Okay, so 5.10 is just estimating capacity. So in the try these, just again naming some measurements that are imperial for capacity. So that would be things like, as we've talked about before, gallon, cups, tablespoons, all that kind of thing. Metric would be liters, milliliters. I'll just abbreviate it. Those are the most common. So says the quantity in a container can be given in metric or imperial. What reference can you use to estimate capacity? So we've talked about reference before, sort of things that are in your house, in school, everyday life that would represent that, in this case, put capacity. So I'm going to go with a liter first because that's the easiest. So 1 liter of milk. So that's the tall, skinny carton of milk, right? The bigger one is 2 liter, and then of course there's smaller ones, but that's the most common, 1 liter of milk. In the old days, before Canada converted to metric, or if you go down to the States, they put their liters of milk in. A liter is the same as a quart of milk. It's not exactly the same, but it's close. A liter is a little bit more than a quart. Milliliter, that's a little bit harder. It's more like a drop of water or liquid. Okay, a good sized drop. What object could be a referent in imperial? So in this case, a cup would be just a regular coffee cup, not a big mug, but just a regular coffee cup. Okay, a ceramic one that you drink coffee out of. A gallon. So a gallon, you might think of, it'll be maybe closer to the large plastic jugs of milk. Now, technically in Canada, that's 4 liters, but it's the closest, would be a gallon. If you go to the States, gasoline is sold in gallons. They'll have a big jug of milk in gallons and that kind of thing as well. But in terms of actually looking at something, that would be close. A fluid ounce, I think 1 fluid ounce is about a tablespoon, if I remember correctly. Let's see if they have that on the, could be a teaspoon. Let's look up here. Capacity, imperial. 1 fluid ounce is 2 tablespoons. So, so 1 fluid ounce is 2 tablespoons. Okay, so if you think of when you're baking and using recipes, 2 tablespoons. All right. Says Dale works for a landscaping company. He installs antique rain barrels. What is a reasonable estimate of a rain barrel's capacity? So take a look. It's a big barrel and collects rain. So then you can use that in your garden. Name a reasonable reference you can use. So that's pretty big, right? So that would be a lot of plastic jugs of milk. You might want to think about, if you go to, you know, the water, the big jugs of water that you can buy for a water cooling system. You can exchange them at the grocery store. They're much larger. I think they are about, I'm going to look it up. I'm pretty sure they are about 20 liters. So, you know, the ones that you tip upside down to put on a water cooler. So they're about 20 liters. So large large water cooler jug, about 20 liters. So how many reference would you need to fill the rain barrel? Well, if you look at that, you're going to have to estimate. I'd say you'd probably, if you put them on the side, on their side, probably get 2 along here, and then another 2, 3, maybe 5 by 2, so 10. So that would be 10 times 20 liters would be 200 liters for the rain barrel capacity. Okay. All right, so that's the lesson for this unit. So you can do, there's a few questions for practice in this. And then basically what's left is just the mid-chapter, or sorry, the chapter review, and then the chapter test to finish the unit out.